Welcome to Fireside Chats with Mama Han. Today we're here with Antonio Holland from the class of 2019. Antonio is a senior at West Point Military Academy. So I would like to thank you for your service to your country, or upcoming service that you will be doing for our country. So just, Antonio, tell us a little bit about what you've been doing since you graduated from here and what it's been like at West Point.
Absolutely. So since graduation, I went to Virginia Military Institute for a year, did ROTC there, and then reapplied to West Point. So I'm on the 5-year college track. While at West Point, I did a lot of training, did summer training, cadre, a lot of field work while I was there. I'm a international history major, involved with the history and finance club at West Point. And then I'm going to Army Aviation once I graduate in May.
Great. So you graduate in May.
Yes.
And you'll be heading in July down to Alabama.
Yes, Fort Novosel, Alabama.
And you're going to fly...
I would like to fly Blackhawks. That's the number one choice that I have. I'll find out while I'm down there.
Okay, great. What's your favorite memory from the academy?
My favorite memory, I would say, is doing Beast, which is the summer training that they do. Okay. So I was in charge of the incoming freshmen. We call them new cadets. And while I was there, I had these 7 individuals I was in charge of for about 3 weeks. And it was to really transition them from civilian to military. And I loved it. I had a blast. It was great seeing them. No experience in the military. When I left them, they were, developed and ready to go. And that was most impactful to me.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. How about your favorite memory from Gerstel from when you were here?
My favorite memory from Gerstel is 12 years. 12 years is a long time. I would say probably the lower school kickball game, 5th grade. It was a 4th or 5th grade kickball game that we did. I remember when we had our game, there was a tornado that day. So the game cut short, so we didn't get to finish it. But
that's a big memory.
Yeah, it was pretty good memory. But those lower school days that we had, those were very enjoyable.
Okay, better than the high school.
High school was still great too, but lower school, less responsibilities, being a kid and having fun.
Okay, and how did you become interested in history?
So it really started here with my history instructors at Gerstel. So Mr. O, Mr. Salt, and Dr. Greenspoon. They really inspired my passion for history. And I tell them all the time, like, hey, because of you, I'm a history major, and I love it. I enjoy it. And maybe down the line, I'll be a history instructor at West Point later in my career, kind of seeing how everything goes.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That would be great. Okay, so tell us a little bit about, what kind of sports did you play when you were here? What were you involved in? What kind of activities?
So at Gerstel, I wrestled and played lacrosse. I played long pole for lacrosse, and I loved it. Senior year of high school, though, I broke my hand, so I didn't get to participate in the winter and spring sports seasons, but played middle school and played high school lacrosse as well, and I loved it. Outside, I was able to play football for a club team, which was very fortunate of me. Student government president while I was here, involved in the honor societies and different clubs, and I really loved being involved in the Gerstel community.
Great. Any advice that you would have for our current students or our current families here at Gerstel?
Biggest advice that I would say is take advantage of the opportunities that Gerstel offers and Gerstel provides. It will really set you up for your career and really stands out, mainly for leadership potential that it expresses. So I've been fortunate enough to leverage that while applying to military schools and being in the military, but it's very applicable into the civilian mindset as well.
Okay, great. So a little bit of personal stuff about you. So favorite food, pizza or cheeseburgers?
Ooh, I'm going to go with pizza.
Pizza?
Yes.
Any toppings?
I can't go wrong with the meat lovers pizza.
Okay. Favorite sports team?
Favorite sport team? Got to be the Ravens.
Okay.
Love the Ravens.
Okay. Favorite sport to watch?
Definitely football. Mainly college football, though. I think college football is a lot more entertaining than professional football. Especially when you can go to the games, the atmosphere, the college atmosphere is something unparalleled to the professional atmosphere.
And of course, your Army-Navy games.
Yes, Army-Navy game, great every year. I've been fortunate enough to see my classmate Reese Early there 3 years while we had the games in New York and Philadelphia. So it was great always catch up that we had. And then this last year was in Boston, so the first time they did in Boston. Oh, nice. So it's a great game, one of the greatest rivalries in college football, I would argue. And this year, the Army won, so it was great to go out on top.
So great for your senior year.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Favorite drink? Coffee, tea?
I would say coffee in the morning.
Black or?
I have half and half. So half and half creamer in the morning, gets the day going. I have about a cup every day or so.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah, can't complain.
Anything else that you want to share with us about your experience at West Point or from here, or any advice or any topics you want to throw out there?
Yeah, biggest thing I would say if you have a goal, definitely strive for it. So for myself, I didn't get at West Point the first try. I had a medical disqualification, so I decided to go to VMI for a year, did ROTC, and I reapplied. And I was hesitant at first. I was partially like, oh, I'm comfortable at VMI, I'll stay here. But I was fortunate enough to go to the VMI West Point football game while I was a VMI cadet. And that really like reignited the fire of like, hey, I want to go to West Point. This is where I belong. So I finished my application. I did my interviews. Everyone was really impressed of, hey, this guy went to VMI before. He's going to go to West Point now. So I had to do 4 years at West Point no matter what. So I'm on, as I mentioned, the 5-year college track essentially. But it all worked out for the best. There's a plan for everything. Everything happens for a reason. And I knew West Point was my end goal, and I'm very grateful for it.
Okay, so perseverance, your favorite attribute?
Absolute. Perseverance, definitely the favorite attribute that I have.
And obviously have been working to reach your full potential as well.
Of course.
All right. So thank you. I appreciate you being
Thank you,
here
Sam.
today. And thank you for joining us with Firesides with Mama Han.